A recent report from the Council's Office of Legislative Oversight has found the schools only used about 2/3 of state money earmarked for programs for low-income students. And this news has some council members taking a close look at the school system's spending strategies. Susan Kenedy reports.
The report found that $47 million in aid from the state that is earmarked for compensatory education programs was spread across the school's operating budget. Councilmember Craig Rice says making sure those students have the support they need should be a priority when these funds are designated.
One of the things that's always been a priority for us on the council, for the Montgomery County Council PTAs, is making sure that we can have resources allocated where need is greatest. Part of the challenge, however, is that it's not easy to just look at the cost of a teacher and saying that, okay, the salary or experience means that that teacher's any better than another teacher who might be newer, but who also might have a fervor for really jumping in and dealing with those particular issues.
MCPS's use of that funding for non-compensatory education programs is legal under state law. However, Councilmember Nancy Florine says that money should be used to help close the achievement gap.
I find it pretty troubling that 1/3 of the dollars that is designated specifically and precisely for what's called compensatory education, which is ESOL and children from families that require special support because of poverty and other measures, are not receiving the dollars that technically under these rules I think they should be getting.
Councilmember Rice says the Education Committee will be working with MCPS and looking at some of the higher need schools in the county to see what resources are being allocated. And if some schools are falling short in their needs, how to get them back on track.
And if there's a disconnect between the needs that are in our schools, it basically falls on that principle in terms of communicating that information. We're going to make sure that all of that is working seamlessly, and then if there are additional resources, of course, advocating on behalf of those individual schools that might need it, to say to the board, allocate those additional resources to the schools so that we can make sure that our students are getting everything they need to be successful.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kenedy for County Report This Week.